Hey, we're Stonebrother. We're taking you behind the songs of our new album, New World Incorporated. This one's about Faceless.
Faceless is a pretty cool tune. It's another one of the ones that we did originally at Fang, and it's actually, I believe, one of the earliest songs that we have, one of the first ones that we ever wrote as a band.
Yeah.
And if you really break the song down to its bare elements, you can sort of tell that because it's such a dirt simple song.
Yep.
Inherently, it's largely built around just that F minor chord or F sharp or wherever
F-sharp
you
minor
play it.
for us, yeah.
But tuned down to E flat because nothing's ever easy for me.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a pretty simple song in terms of its pieces, with the exception of the spoken word part.
Yep.
And I guess that's a little bit of a foreshadowing on our part of the types of songwriters we would become, because that was always the intention to have that bit in it, because we were writing that song, we had the riff, and then we built the song around that, and then it was just sort of, all right, we need a cool bridge section to like tie this whole thing together someplace where it can just like drop down for a little bit, maybe get some keyboard stuff going on in there, and we just sort of thought, okay, this needs spoken word, like poetry kind of thing going on here. And I think that absolutely worked out for the best.
It did indeed. Yeah, and that was always the plan from the very beginning.
Yep.
It sounds great. I love doing that song live because
that's a lot of fun.
Like when we do it live, it's instead of doing that big spoken word, it's we use that as the opener, and it's the big energy song right out of the gate, and it's the when we get to that bridge part, we break it down, and it's the audience participation, are you with me, 1 2 3 4 make noise thing, and it just sets the mood for the whole rest of the set, and it's
absolutely
awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it really, when we started doing this in Sonic is when we started getting into the whole sort of lore of the New World Incorporated concept.
Yeah, which is kind of funny because the lyrics were not written with that in mind in the slightest.
No, I mean, it was years before any of this happened.
Yeah.
Because it was, I think I wrote the original lyrics and then you updated them before we went into Fang. So the original lyrics would have been 2016 or so.
Yeah, thereabouts.
And then updated for 2022 or whenever we did the other one, because it was we wrote this song when I was 15 or 16-ish.
Yeah.
About to respond to the sort of unease, we'll say.
I guess that's one way to put it.
To our neighbors to the direct south at the time. And then when he went out of office, it was kind of, oh no, we missed our chance to release this because we were still young at the time.
Yeah.
And we missed our chance to release it. He's out of office now, so
it's not relevant
anymore.
Little did we know.
Little did we know. We'd get that chance later on.
Oh man.
So I suppose in a strange way, we did get our second chance at that.
Yeah. But it is, even beyond that, it was surprisingly easy to take those lyrics from however many years prior and form fit them to that story that we're creating within our musical landscapes. Because I would definitely go as far as to say that our record is a concept album.
Sure.
Even if it's not telling a concise story with a direct protagonist throughout it, it is elaborating on a theme and does have a very direct metaphor of the shadow governments controlling everything with all that. And Faceless was sort of a really good beginning point for all of that, because that whole story sort of came from, we were doing a show at Monty's, I believe, and we were getting to a point where we were starting to say, what can we do in our live show to separate us from other local bands? What can we do to make ourselves stand out a little bit on this level? And what we settled on was the idea of what world can we create on the stage to get people engaged beyond just listening to a bunch of bands playing really good songs.
Yeah.
So that sort of turned into the idea of the rock show at the end of the world, where it was the concept was basically the world has blown up, we're post-nuclear war, like Mad Max sort of world, and this is the rock show that comes of it. So we had that really cool intro that we recorded, and we built that around opening with Faceless, because we were thinking, all right, faceless unknowns, that's like shadow government, people that you can't see, controlling everything, and that sort of was the first snowball that started rolling and building until it became this huge story of New World Incorporated that we've been slowly building through the social medias and the songs and the ideas for future whatsits.
Sure.
To use the technical term.
Shit, future whatsits, love it. Yep.
There's the name of our next album right there. Stonebrother presents the future whatsits.
Love it. Yeah, that one kind of sparked a lot of stuff. Yeah, and even like that was the beginning of changing up the live show and developing his band in that way. And I'm glad that it became one of Lil's favorites too when we were recording this at Sonic, because I was concerned when we first went in, because it's it's a little on the long side. It's a fairly simple song. I hope that he likes this one as much as the other ones, because like largely, I mean, when you're working with a producer, you're largely running everything by him and getting his approval on stuff. And if he doesn't like it, it's a good indication that that's what your public is going to think as well. And not that you should necessarily just write songs for other people. You should write songs that you like as well.
Of course.
But you also don't want to write songs that nobody likes.
There's the thing.
So it's a bit of a happy medium. But no, Lil was all over this one. This was Lil's song, which was awesome to hear, because it was one of the original ones, right?
And the recording process of this one was a lot of fun as well.
One of my favorite moments, if not the favorite moment from the whole album process, was doing the bed tracks on this one, and we did, I think, 3 takes total.
I think it was only 2.
Maybe it was 2.
I can remember, because there's that drum solo right at the end. And I can remember the first one, I was way off the click at the end of it. And so we were like, all right, we're going to take this a second time. And I went, all right, I'm just going to do a way simpler solo on this one. And we came out of it into that last chorus, perfectly locked into the click, and everybody went, oh!
That was a good one,
At the same time, we finished the song. So I'm pretty sure it was just 2 bed tracks on that.
That was a good one,
which was
too. But
awesome.
That second one, we had... for some reason, how we had always started it before was the bass starts it, and then we kind of build into it, or maybe did like a drum fill and a slide or something. And always had done that. For some reason, with no discussion whatsoever, we did the bass intro, and we all went, wampa, whapa, and then into the song. And we kind of recovered ourselves and finished the track, and we went down to the control room and listened to it, and we all heard it and went, oh, that was the one.
Oh yeah,
that's the one.
That's the one. That's the banger. That'll make us millions.
That was cool. So that's the one that we built off of,
Yeah.
and it just went smoothly from there. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yep, those little moments, there's something in the air when stuff like that happens.
And
always great.
The keys on that one are great too.
Oh yeah, well that's sort of because we obviously I can't play keys and drum at the same time, so we don't really think about that stuff while we're writing the songs.
Sure.
But when we were doing it for the first time in Fang, they had a Wurlitzer just there, and it was really fun just messing around with that anyway. But then we were throwing little touches and auxiliary stuff onto Faceless the first time, and we were thinking, well, what if we did put little Wurlitzer bit over the little breakdown part to sort of fill it in, make it a little more airy, as it were. And that was really cool. And then when we brought it to Sonic after that, well, they didn't have a Wurlitzer, so I just had to use my Roland electric keyboard with a whirly synth pad on it a little bit. And I still think it sounded really cool. But I think the crowning moment of it, for Sonic at least anyway, is that Lil had this beautiful grand piano up there when we got there. And it had like just been tuned, so it sounded absolutely incredible. So we were playing around on that for a couple of times while we were there, and we were just thinking, we need to throw this piano in wherever we can make it work.
Yeah.
And so, as much as I love all of Faceless, I think it's one of my favorite songs in the album. I think my favorite moment is right at the very end, where it's just the grand piano doing that, and the spoken reprise comes in. That little like coda section, to use the musical terminology.
Sure.
Yeah, because that piano it sounds so alive. It's just an absolutely beautiful thing, and I wish that we could like get some of those kinds of sounds in the live show, but I don't really want to carry a grand piano everywhere with me. I don't really have the space in my Corolla for that. No, but yeah, the live show experience with Faceless is really fun, because like you were talking about, we use this as the great big opener, and it's the 1, 2, 3, 4 everybody scream moment. It's also great to have a song like that has all those dynamics in it right at the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very much like here's who we are, this is what we can do, this is the kind of night you're in for.
It's a good showcase, right? Like right at the beginning of the set.
Yeah, and it pairs so well with that the cool conceptual intros, because of that building intro that we have. Like we can have the pre-recorded thing with all the sirens and all that, and the light show going on, and then because of that great big drop, it can just explode right into the show itself.
Right.
It's great to have that kind of stuff right at the beginning.
Yeah. No, it's it turned out well.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it found a place on the album.
Yeah.
It started a lot of things for us.
Absolutely.
So, that is the story behind Faceless off of our album New World Incorporated. We are Stonebrother. This is
Behind the Song.
Behind the Song, I guess. Thanks.
We will see you next time.